Hi, Professor. Tonight's video reflection on Chapter 7 is really regarding technology. Of course, that's what the chapter's around. And how do I plan to prepare myself in technology in the classroom, or to use technology in the classroom? I am fortunate because I've had quite a bit of years of professional experience in and using technology to teach my employees. I've been a leader in a call center environment since I was about 19, so several years. I won't date myself any further. And across that, or through that time, technology has been a very important part of my role, but also the role of the individuals that work with me. Computer usage, internet usage, all of the office products that we use online or that we use on a computer are a daily, we use them in everyday activity. So I think that preparation is definitely going to suit me well as I become an educator. I guess I have been an educator, but as I become an educator in the school system, why I think using technology in the classroom is important, I really feel like as we are students at any level, we're always preparing for that next step. What is that next step? Well, for children, it's going to the next grade. For after going through school, they're really trying to gear their life towards whatever that could be in the professional world. So it's definitely in order to stay with the time and in order to just keep themselves learning, as well as get prepared for whatever they come across in life. Technology is important, and technology is ever changing. Describing a time when I use technology, or when using technology isn't the best option. So this is where we kind of get into the meat of teaching, and whether it's best to balance. I feel like it's best to balance technology as well as your individual style, your ability as a person to gauge your learner. I feel like from a technology standpoint, specifically in physical education, let's say, there really is a time where the kids are moving and the kids aren't necessarily, it's not necessarily best for them to be in front of a computer, and that's when we have them active. I think the same holds true for any other discipline. When you're learning in science, sometimes you have to do outside of the technology. There's physical activity that you engage in. With reading, it's just reading a book. It's not necessarily technology. With math, you're doing math work. You're not always using technology. You can't always use a calculator. So there's times for each that I think really depends on the subject matter, but that certainly technology isn't the best option. And explaining why it's better to teach traditionally in some cases, I think I've kind of explained that. I think when you have children who are diverse, come from a diverse group, you are going to have to flex your muscle a little bit with regard to what you use and how you use it in the classroom. Sometimes you're going to need to be talking to a student rather than showing them on a computer. Sometimes you're going to need to be having them write things down rather than use a calculator in math. So I really feel like you have to be flexible with technology and flexible with your ability to adapt and to use it when it's necessary, but also not use it when you really feel like your students need a different perspective. Finally, describe a time when using technology would be more effective than traditional teaching methods. I really feel like so a lot of times around assessing, I think that's one really good example, is I've seen a lot of times when you're assessing someone, you're observing a lot, but then you're documenting. And I really feel like technology in that particular case is really useful and really effective in documentation and in making sure that you do keep record. Then, of course, when you're giving that record and account to any individual, whether it be the student, the parents, other teachers, in trying to improve the educational experience for a student. I believe I've covered all of it. I thank you for your time, and looks like you've been really busy tonight with grading and everything. So thanks for that, and I hope you have a good night.